regarding creating opportunities. When you're ready for me, though, I don't want to interrupt your game plan here. Hey,
hey, what's up?
All right, it's AI, man, it's not real.
AI,
right?
Not
Yeah,
real.
you're always with me, Karen. With love. All right, let me go live on Facebook, guys, because I want to. You know what? We're already live, right?
Yeah, we're live.
Cool. All right. So today, I for Tuesday, I wanted to answer the question: how can I communicate with my database within just a few clicks? I can spend the entire 29 minutes that we have together talking about that. However, if you guys have any pressing questions, things that are right now you need answered, this is the time to ask. This is the time to bring it up so we can dive into it. And there's no dumb question.
All right, I got a question, man.
Nope. Thanks. Nope. Out. No, I'm just kidding.
No, hey, because Steven's been giving me leads. They've just been handed to him. They're kind of cold leads. They're not expecting a call from me. So I'm creating the opportunity. I know how to do all that, put it in. I know big thought when I first did it, I said, where am I going to get the ISA calendar link to pop up? So I was smart enough to add the buyer tag. I put the buyer tag, the links there when I created. Now the issue I'm having is now that I'm noticing it because I'm calling them, they're getting the first automation sent out to them. How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms? I don't know if they're a buyer or seller yet. Don't worry about it. I can work my way around that. I already have. The thing is once I call them and they're now I'm communicating with them, the automation text messages start going out. How many bedrooms and bathrooms do we want?
Oh,
So when I think the cloud realty tag activates the automations, correct?
that might be the case.
I've been clicking that one up. I've been clicking that tag out, and now the AI off tag pops up. Does that mean all automations are off completely, or does that mean they'll still get reminders when I book an appointment? I know it's a lot, but I know you're listening.
All right, let's tackle this one by one, shall we? So
yeah. If you want to go to a lead that I created, I can give it to you, and you can see what it did.
Okay, perfect. So number one, I want to show you guys if you ever have a question about a lead or about like what's causing this automation to occur. I'm going to show you how to find where that is inside of your CRM. Okay, one moment. Okay, so what is the name of that lead, James?
It's in Steven's account. It's Gender, G-E-N-G-E-R. Gender Scanner.
G-E-N. Oh, G.
G is in George, E-N, G-E-R.
All right, so if you guys could follow along with me, or James, if you could follow along with me. So here, when I'm looking at these different tabs here, so
scroll up to the top of the conversation if you would first, Sean, just so I can show you.
I know exactly what you're referring to. Yep, I know. Yep. So here, if I want to find out where and how this text message was sent, okay, I can click on these three little dots right here, okay, and click on details. And the reason why I'm clicking on details is because I want to investigate what's causing this workflow to trigger, what's causing this workflow to occur. So here, this is where now I'm going to click on workflow. All right. Okay. So this looks like it was set up incorrectly because there's no trigger here. So what that means is if I want to find, and again, we're just investigating if you've never worked on this account, if you've never, because we're gonna be in multiple different accounts, and other agents are gonna have different automation set up, right? So I want to investigate what is what's causing this to import into this campaign, this workflow. Okay, so I'm going to click on advanced filters. I'm in automations, by the way. Okay, automations here. So I'm in automations, so I can look at the workflow list, and then I'm clicking on advanced filters. And for the filters, of course, it's not wanting to do it while I'm in demo mode. Okay, here we go. Advanced filters. Action type is any of and I can actually find other workflows that have this specific automation. So if I click on apply, now it shows me a list of workflows that are currently being used for that purpose. So when something happens, it adds into a workflow. Okay. Now, James, I'm getting into the weeds here. For you specifically, for Stephen, you and I let's connect offline so that we can uncover his stuff, because there's a lot of automations, and I also know Stephen has a tendency to kind of tweak some stuff. So so we'll adjust that together. All right. But I just wanted to at least share with you, if you're like, hey, how do I figure out which workflow is causing what, right? Then that's what you do. You go into contacts, you find your guy, and you can see why a certain text message was sent, right? And it says workflow right there. Once you click on workflow, it takes you immediately to that workflow. Okay. So James, does that? I know that doesn't completely answer your question, but does that at least give you more insight into?
Yeah, no, I actually got that part. My question really is once I engage with them, is there a tag or something that I should add or eliminate to stop the workflow? Because if you look at that lead, right after I ended the call, I sent her a text, and then the automation went out. How many bedrooms and bathrooms do you want?
Yep. So right here, James, there's a couple ways to answer this question. Okay. The simple method is to see if there are any active automations. Okay. So when you click on automation, when you're in your contact here, and you click on automations, all the way down here, automation, you'll see active and you'll see past. Okay. In some cases, some scenarios, you'll see like appointment reminders are already on there, or you might see that they're already active in a workflow. And so if we say, okay, we don't want any communication, we don't want any automations to go out, then you can remove them right here. Okay. And there would be, if there was an active workflow, you'd see a little X next to their name. Okay. So that's the first method. That's the technical method. Here's the brash method, if that's even the right way to say it. This right here is DND. All right, DND on all channels. So this stands for do not disturb. And this is, if you are, let's say you're talking to someone who is like they're a hot lead, great lead, you don't want to spook them. Okay. The best use case for using DND, do not disturb, is if you don't want to spook them, because DND opts them out of all communications. Okay, so that there's absolutely no mistake. If you added a tag, if you did this, they could be added to every workflow, but because DND is enabled, they're not going to be able to. No outbound communication is going to happen. Does that make sense?
Sure.
And then if you D&D, you want to leave either a note or a comment saying, I've D&D'd this contact so that no outbound automations happen. Okay? Because sometimes people look at a D&D and they're like, oh, I can't call them because they're on Do Not Disturb. Well, they're just on Do Not Disturb because we don't want to text them this month, you know?
Yeah, this guy was not the marketing cold lead, not even thinking about doing anything at all. So that's why I put it there.
Okay. All right. That was a good question. Good question, James. Thank you. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. And James, you and I will schedule some time to go over his workflows and work on some of those.
For sure, for sure. We're looking forward to it.
All right. What else you guys got for me? And for those who just joined, again, I am opening this up first to you guys before I talk about my thing, because what I wanted to share with you guys is how you can communicate with your database with just a few clicks. Okay. So I can spend this entire time talking about just that, but I want to get your questions answered. If there's something pending, if there's something that you have, I want to get this answered. How can we view our ad campaigns and make adjustments? Great question. So Sarah, there's a couple ways. I'm going to give you two methods to do this. And Jesse, please hold me accountable if I'm giving up too much information. Jesse told me this one time. He said, this is wonderful feedback. He said, sometimes, Sean, when someone asks you what time it is, you begin to tell them how your watch works. And so I'm going to give you the short answer, and then I'm going to give you the long answer. The short answer is going to business.facebook.com, and unfortunately, everyone's account is going to look different. All right. Ask me to log in. Come on. What's that code? You just say it out loud. I'm writing it. 790 047. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Thank you guys for your patience. Yes. All right. So if you go to business.facebook.com, you should see something like this, right? And that's if we're talking about Facebook. You can go over here to Ads Manager, right? And you can see a couple options here. Let me adjust this. Account overview, campaigns, audiences, billing and payments, and ads reporting. Okay. So if we want to see the specific ads that are running right now today, we click on campaigns. And obviously this account is not in use, but here you would be able to see all ads that are running and active. And let me just click on an account that's running.
It's 1:15.
Oh, hey, Hope Greenlee needs to update her business info on Facebook. All right, so if you wanted to see your ad, all you have to do, you'll notice that we name all of our ads Cloud Realty. So there's no mistaking who created the ad, okay? But you click on the ad, click on the ad set, and then here, you can actually see the physical ad. So the quick 30-second masterclass on Ads Manager on the back end here is this. Your campaign chooses what your overall objective is for your advertising. Your ad set determines where your ad is shown and who it's shown to. Your ad is the actual creative. And in marketing, that's what we call the creative, the actual advertisement itself. And so here, you can click on edit. And why is it giving me this error? Okay, I don't know why it's giving me this error. But in here, you can click on edit media. You can turn it into a video, or you can even adjust the primary text here. Okay, you can also add multiple options here. Sarah, did that answer your question? Awesome, awesome. Okay, we got 14 minutes left. What other questions, guys? These are good questions. Great questions.
I got a question. Heather, could you please show me how you go live on your YouTube account, or what are you using to go live?
So what we use to go live is a service called Restream. You can also just go live directly from YouTube, or you can integrate your YouTube into your Zoom account, and then you can go live. You can just, Sean will have to do it because I think his is connected on his host, but if you hit the three little buttons at the bottom where it says more, or the three little dots where it says more, live streaming should be an option that shows up, and then you can connect whatever tool you want to go, whatever platform you want to go live from, and then you can go live when you're actually Zooming, or like I said, from your desktop directly from YouTube. It's going to take way longer than 15 minutes because we'd have to like walk you through the process. So we can definitely schedule that or have it be one of the Tuesdays. But yeah, that would be in a nutshell. That is how you do it.
And I'm also going to add in here, Jesse, there is this, this is so, I'm going to send a screenshot in the chat for you guys to take a look at. Now, I'm the host of this room, so you guys might not be able to see the same settings, but in the bottom right-hand side, when you click on more, the three dots, you'll notice that there's a live stream button right there. And you can live stream on Facebook, on Workplace, on YouTube, on Twitch, or a custom live streaming service. I'm not sure what your options are for that. But do you see that same thing, Jesse, on your end? So you can live stream on your end.
You have to have it set up in advance. Oh, and just so you guys know, with YouTube,
Yeah.
you have to set up YouTube 24 hours in advance before you go live for the first time. Otherwise, you can't go, like, you can't be like right now for the first time ever, I want to go live on YouTube and go live. You have to do it in advance.
Cool.
And to integrate these, you have to sign on to your Zoom account. Like, you know how you can sign on to Zoom on your desktop, but then you can go to like the web part of it where there's like all the other stuff with your like the main control panel, I guess that's where you would go. And I can walk you through that and show you how to sign in there and get your stuff integrated so that you can go live.
Right on, right on.
Wait, thanks, Sean. Should I give Heather control of my computer here if I share my screen? Maybe she can walk us through it real quick.
I think you'll have to be able to see your Zoom windows in order to share that.
Yeah, it's gonna be it'll be a process. It'll be better, Jesse, if we just do it off the Tech Tuesday call.
I think if and I'll share with you with what I'm talking about. If I do this, are you guys able to see my toolbar right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not gonna let me live stream it from here. Okay. So yeah, we'll have to create a Loom video for you, Jesse, and go from there. Okay. So we got 10 more minutes. If you guys have any other questions, please post them in the chat. But I want to wrap this up by sharing with you guys how you guys can connect with your database starting today. Okay. And my promise every meeting is that you guys are going to know more than you knew coming into the call, and you're going to know exactly how to implement it in your business that same day. So yesterday we talked about brand voice, we talked about posting on social media, and we talked about using AI. Who created a brand voice yesterday?
I already had one done, so like I think that counts.
Okay. Right
I have
on.
not.
Right on. Okay. So I'll share the recording with you for that. So for today, communicating and connecting with your database and why it's so freaking important. If you have an event, if you have a need to communicate to your database, you need to be able to do it within a few short clicks. And so what I'm going to show you in 9 minutes and 30 seconds is, number one, how to create an email, where to find it. Number two, where to set up a workflow. And then most importantly, number three, how you can choose which contacts to send a message to. All right, so how to create an email, where to find it, and in a workflow. And then what was that third one? I'm just seeing if you guys are listening.
I don't know. I was listening. I don't know.
How you can find the right contacts to send
them to.
a message to.
Yeah.
All right. So number one, how to create an email. So if you go into the marketing section here and you click on emails, you'll see templates, you'll see campaigns, you'll see statistics. We're going to click on create a campaign, and we have the option to use a blank template. You guys know what an email marketing template is. You guys have all seen this type of stuff before, so you can actually choose any one of these designs if you wanted to edit it. All right. For this example, we're going to choose something really, really basic. Okay. So this is my email. Hi there, start from scratch. P.S. This is Sean Beggar. Okay, in the email builder, you have a variety of different options. Number one, this is a no frills text editor. So it's just a simple text. So if you guys have ever seen like a really clean email that's just pure text, that's what that looks like. But if I wanted to create a pretty email and I wanted to use all the drag and drop features to my heart's desire, I would do so here. Okay, and in here, it's just like any other drag and drop builder that you've ever created before, where you drag, you edit based on what you're seeing. Come on. Oh, here we go. So you can make changes, you can make edits here. All right. Now, obviously, I'm speeding through this for the sake of time. You can add a form for someone to fill out a survey. Okay. Now I'm going to save this. I can do a lot of cool things with this. I can add a document. I can add text. I can add columns in here. I can add an image slider. I can add a video. So if I want to promote my YouTube channel, I can do so there. All right. Now, when I think of sending and scheduling, so I just showed you guys how to create an email. All right. There's dozens of tutorials on how to create an email. I just showed you how to get to it and how to set it up. Okay. The next thing is how to set up an email in workflows. So this is one way to create an email. I'm going to show you the other way to create an email. So I'm going to go to automations. Maybe I want emails to be sent out. Maybe I want to write an email for every holiday of the year and personalize it, right? And I want everyone to get this drip campaign. Okay, so I'm gonna go into automations. I'm gonna click on create workflow. I'm gonna click on start from scratch. Okay, and here's what's really awesome. You guys have workflow AI, which means that I can say, I want an email sent out for every what am I going to say? For every holiday in the U.S. Now, this is in beta. It's not always perfect. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Okay. So this is one way to do it, where you ask AI, and notice these triggers here. So you can set these triggers up. Let me move this out of the way. Set these triggers up so that when a certain date happens, this email gets sent out. All right, let me show you an example. So for this holiday email, I can update it. Right here, I can select those templates that I made earlier from earlier conversations. I can write AI. I can use AI. And remember, if you use your brand voice, you don't have to worry about repeating yourself over and over again, who you are, who you serve, what market you're in. And so in workflows, to wrap this up, and I know I'm kind of speeding through this, guys. I'm getting a bunch of stuff in here. Sorry about this, guys. I'm working on my laptop today. You have a trigger. You can set it up to be a tag. Okay, so when someone gets a specific tag, I want them to enter this sequence. Okay, so tag was added. What could that tag be? Well, it could be a 1, it could be a 2, it could be a 3. You could customize this to your liking. Okay, that's the bittersweet thing about high level, is that it starts off as a blank canvas. All right, so let's say I save this. So now when that tag gets applied, this email is going to get sent out. Now, how do I make sure that it gets sent out at the time that I want it to? Well, I can do what's called a wait step. And this wait step, I can either wait for a certain time, I can wait for a particular date. So exact time. I can set this up to when someone replies. I can set this up if they click on one of my links. I can set this up if they open up one of my emails. Oops. All right, so there's a lot of different things that you could do with this wait step, okay? Let's just set this up to be generic. We're gonna say, I wanna wait, 10 days, okay? Maybe I have a welcome packet for my buyers. I'm gonna hit this plus sign and I'm gonna type in email. And you notice, send email. And guys, you do this, rinse and repeat for as long as you need, for whatever your need is. And if I wanna set up multiple sequences, multiple emails that go out in intervals, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on here, I'm gonna click copy action, and then I'm gonna paste below. You guys see how that worked? And see, I can actually paste multiple times. Pretty cool. Okay, then I can grab this email and come back over here, paste it. Maybe I want to paste it here. Okay, so now my workflow is set up. Now my workflow is complete. Okay, again, I know I'm moving fast, wrapping this up. I call this delete. All right. Now, the third thing that I told you that I was going to teach, which is how you can add the right people to your marketing message. Okay, so let's wrap this up with 2 different methods that you can do this. Okay, the first method is through your contacts. So in your contacts, I can either select everyone. I can go in here. I can also I can select filters. I can select things like tag. So I can filter out people who have a specific tag. I can filter out people who, let's say, what other ones do I have? Created more than 90 days ago. So I can pull up a contact list of people who opted in 90 days ago. And maybe I can also layer that on and say that the last appointment type is not empty. Okay. And I put why not empty because that tells me that they didn't book an appointment. So now I went from 700 contacts to 52 contacts, right? Now this filter in the bottom left-hand side, I'm going to save it as a smart list. Okay. This smart list is exactly what it sounds like. It's a list of contacts that's smart, which means that it thinks for you. You give it the parameters and it thinks on your behalf on who should be in there. Okay. So the way I just set this up, contacts that came in 90 days ago, the contacts that came in on day 89 are not in this smart list, but tomorrow they will be. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
I'm gonna say that again because I know that was pretty technical. I set up a filter to only include leads that are older than 90 days. Okay, which means today, if a lead came in on day 89, that person is not going to show up in this list. But if this person tomorrow, going from 89 to day 90, now they're going to be added to this list. Okay, that's why they call it a smart list. So from here, I select these leads, and I can see right here at the top, it says add to automation. Okay, when I click on add to automation, I can send it all at once, which I don't recommend. I can send it in a drip mode, which I do recommend. And what drip mode is exactly what it sounds like. So if you have 100 contacts and you can set this up to where 10 people get an email every hour. Okay. Now, why would you want to send it out in a drip mode? Well, number one, you don't want to get flagged as spam, because if you send things all at once, you tend to get flagged as spam. Number two, you want to be able to handle the responses. So if you send out a blast, you want to be able to handle the responses that come in. And so this is a good way to ease into it. Okay. Any questions on automations before I show you the last piece here?
Nope.
James, you got a question?
No. All good.
Okay, good. All right. So moving right along. So the last piece here, when you go back to emails, and you pull up campaigns, and let's use this one. So this is the email, the test email that we made earlier, right? When I click on send or schedule, I get hit with a list of options, okay? Here, I need to update it so that it reflects my email. Here, I need to update it to reflect my name. Here, I need to update the subject line, okay? Have you ever wondered how first name comes in? Like, hey, first name, hey, John, hey, Andres, hey, Heather. So this little tag right here is super helpful in getting that first name. So I could say, thanks for opting in. That's a terrible subject line, but you get my point. Preview text, this is what you see when you guys get that push notification on Gmail or Outlook, whatever you're using. And you guys remember the smart list that we created earlier that had all those different parameters. The leads are older than 90 days, et cetera, right? So this is where it gets interesting. Here, I can begin to actually add people to my contact list of who I want to message, okay? You have these other options. You can choose contacts that have tags. So if I wanted all the contacts to have the one tag, right? You notice how it says 98 contacts. It changed. It's different now. Pre-built segments. Contacts that engaged in the last 7 days. Engaged means that they opened an email or they replied to a text. Or someone who subscribed in the last 5 campaigns or disengaged in the last 5 campaigns. Also, you can build segments. So if you want to marry a certain part of one smart list with another smart list, you can do so. So you guys see here, there's a lot of bells and whistles to apply here. But using the smart list here, I select my list of leads that I personally set up. I click on track links, UTM tracking, add tags. And then here's what, guys, people are paying thousands of dollars right now for this feature that you guys get for free. Okay, this little button right here, resend email to unopened. Resend email to unopened. Wow, this is a huge, huge feature. So who's ever sent an email that didn't get responded to? Like everyone should raise their hand. Come on, everybody.
Everybody sent an email that didn't get responded to.
So what's awesome is that High Level has this already built into it where you can schedule a resend to non-openers. Okay. What's really cool about these calls, these meetups, is that we have this going out to all of our clients every day at 11 o'clock the night before. The reason why we have it going out at 11 o'clock the night before is because if they don't open it up, if they don't open that email at 11 a.m. the next day, they're going to get our email. Okay. And it gives you the opportunity to resend it with a different subject line. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a pro tip here. This gets way more open rates than almost anything. And also, when you guys are thinking about creating your subject lines, think about the subject lines that you guys click on. Right? All right. So I showed you guys how to create an email. I showed you guys how to set up an email inside of your workflow so that you can set up a sequence of messages to your contacts. And I showed you guys how to, en masse, filter out specific contacts, creating a smart list, and send a message to those specific people in an organized fashion. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being this was the best call ever, 1 being Sean, I should have jumped off the call 20 minutes ago. Did I fulfill my promise of you guys know more than you came into the call and you know how to apply it in your business that same day? Scale 1 to 10. Did I keep my promise today?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Well, you did.
Good to see you. We're actually just wrapping up. Sorry. Well, I'll send you the replay because this was a good session. This was a good session. So good to see you though.
Thanks, Sean.
Good to see you. Okay, guys, before we wrap this up, any questions about the emails, about the automations, about the workflows?
I put some SOPs in the chat. I put how to set up your YouTube live for the first time and how to go live on YouTube from Zoom.
Heather, you're awesome. You're a gangster.
So, but it still probably needs a video walkthrough that I can do. And then I can meet with Jesse to get his going.
Absolutely. Heather, do you want to run? Well, we'll talk about this offline, but I'm thinking maybe next week you can, because there's a lot of things that you've been working on that I think a lot of people would get some value from. On today's, tomorrow, who do we have come in for What's Working Wednesdays?
I am confirming with Elizabeth. Confirming with her if she's gonna show up. If not, my other option will be Misty Guzman. So I'm gonna confirm with Elizabeth, and if not, try to get Misty on board for tomorrow. So
Okay.
if I got Elizabeth, then I'm having Misty for next week.
Okay. You want to also Andy Gilman might be good.
Good fit? Yeah, I'll give him a call. Actually, today's his birthday. I'm gonna go home right now.
Yeah, it's his birthday. That's right. That's right. All right, guys. So tomorrow on Dex is going to be running the call. What's working Wednesdays? I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to be traveling. And then on Thursday we're doing live call transfer reviews. So on Dex, do we already have people to review on Thursday? Any personal requests that you guys have gotten, Jesse?
Not yet, but I'll have some ready to go.
All right. All right. Well, if you guys have any questions about the live call transfer review, message myself, message anyone on the team. But every Thursday we do a live call transfer review, and we do it live, which means that we get put on the spot, and so do you. So you get to listen to our appointment setters, and we get to listen to you. Just letting you know, we don't hold back. All right. I mean, we're soft. We're good. I try to make it sound really bad, and then, then we're actually reviewing it, and everything turns out great. All right. Thank you guys for joining. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Wednesday, and all the love, all the power. Keep being awesome.
Safe travels. Peace.
See you.